technology innovation in wheat processing. So to do the session, we would like to invite the session chair, Dr. Vidyashankar Satyakumar. He is the head R&D AWL Agri Business, formerly Adani Wilmar Limited. So I humbly request Dr. Vidyashankar Satyakumar to please come on the stage and grace the session chair for this session 3, which is about technology innovations in wheat processing. And I'll hand over the mic to Dr. Vidyashankar. Thank you.
Thanks for the honor. Good evening, gentlemen. So I profusely thank Dr. Mr. Ajay Goyal and Mr. Raj Kapoor for providing the opportunity. That's the first thing to put it across. So I've been witnessing a very fantastic sessions. We started with the thing in the afternoon, like how the sustainability is the first agenda what we started with the wheat cycles part of it from the production point. Then we have traveled through the marketing and economics. And the third point is a very detailed one. So this is the technology and the processing part of it. So there's a fantastic session what it has been lined up. So the challenges, what is here, so how the technology can solve the issues for these points. So that is the three persistent things I would call upon the gentlemen who are there in the panel for here. So I would sincerely request and welcome Mr. Zeki from the Bastak Instruments to the dais. Mr. Zeki, please. So Mr. Zeki will be addressing us soon. So next, I would call upon to the dais Mr. Dhruv Khandelwal onto the dais. Mr. Dhruv Khandelwal, please. Welcome, Mr. Dhruv Khandelwal. I would welcome Mr. Sunil Kumar Gupta, CMD, Bansal Engineers, Grind Milling Private Limited, onto the dais for joining the session. Welcome, Mr. Sunil Kumar Gupta. Mr. Gurpreet Singh, I would welcome Mr. Gurpreet Singh, Techno-Commercial Head, Gunmac, onto the dais. Welcome. Okay. So I call upon Dr. Lutus Popper, Scientific Director, Stan Group A. He will be in online, so he'll be joining online. So welcome, Dr. Lutus Popper. I also welcome Mr. Puneet Dhingra, India Factory, onto the dais. Mr. Puneet Dhingra, please join us for the session. Welcome. So I request Mr. Timothy to join on the dais, President, Wheat Foods Council. Mr. Timothy, he's joining online. He's not present, I hope so. Otherwise, he will be joining. Mr. Gaurav Agarwal, Floor Mill Expert and Project Management Leader, please kindly join onto the dais for the session. Just I will set the context for this, like what it is, what we will be looking part of it. So we have been having a journey of the two sessions, which is from the sustainability, from the production part of it, from the wheat. The second one actually market and as well as the economy. The third one is basically the technology, processing technology. So this is through innovation. So innovation, it is the much more buzzword what everybody hears. But the fantastic thing with what we have heard, there are a lot of challenges, everything. But how we can solve these challenges with the innovative mindset and innovative approaches. In the VUCA world, that is always, it is a volatile, it is a competitive, and uncertain, and it's a highly competitive world, how we can drive these challenges. So that I will put that into the GMP. So GMP is nothing but not a good manufacturing practices. I will put across here the challenges to our panel is like, so that actually when they take it up, so that sure that they will be addressing these challenges. So G is for the grind quality, how technology interventions and the innovations can address the grind quality issue, so that actually we get the best of the best products. The second point is the milling quality. So what is the right milling quality, the processing standards, how they will fix it up, so they will be looking it out and they will be addressing, so that actually the whole attendees will get a glimpse of like how we can do the innovation in that step. And the third one is basically the processing quality, that is application of the product, like what you have made on the wheat flours or the whole wheat flours or the different flours, how to differentiate that and how we want to understand that. I hope that the panel will really give you a really brainstorm, and it will be a value for attending the session. So this is one of the key things. And other two things is nutrition quality is one of the key things, like how technology can be addressing. That is the next challenge. And the last part is eating quality and assimilating and digestive quality. Like how these technology, that is innovative technologies, can address these things. That is one of the fantastic things where we will be looking in. So I first call upon Mr. Zeki to take upon these challenges on the innovative approaches. Please, Zeki.
Thank you very much. I've got a presentation. Can you share on the screen, please? The Bastak. I want to say congratulations for this symposium, because this is a good organization. Because of this, I want to say to the president and all the members of the association, all the company arrange everything for this good symposium. Congratulations to them. Also, I say that the best regards to Indian millers, also the grain sector member here. Thank you very much. I want to give information who is Mr. Zeki Demirtaşoğlu. I'm the owner of the Bastak Group companies. I'm chemist, food engineer, also biotechnologist. I finished master program about biotechnology. Also, I'm president of the Turkish Milling Manufacturers Association. Also, I'm president of the Technology Industrial Area in Ankara. Also, I'm president of the Global Risk and Defense Association. I'm technical committee member of ICC, International Cell Science and Technology in Austria, Vienna. All the analyzing methods belong to the ICC. It is a very good and important organization. Yes, this is our factory. I want to talk about, yes, Turkish milling sector is so important because Turkey is the biggest exporter in the world, $3.5 billion, the Turkish capacity exportation about milling sector. Yes, we have got 6 group companies. We are working on the storage sector, laboratory instrument sector, energy sector, defense sector, so laboratory service sector, and export companies we have. Yes, I will go on because I have got so long, I haven't got so much time. I want to show you some pictures. Yes, ICC is important because all the analyzing method detected by the ICC. In India, yes, you have got very good capacity and you have got a lot of millers, maybe more than 5,000. But I saw in your factory the main problem, some instrument, local instrument, but it's not a world standard. If you want to be a global member of the world, because the India is biggest in the world, a quarter of the world, you have got a big power. You have to be member of the World Union. You have to be leader of the World Union. Because of this, you have to follow the world standard. You have to make analysis suitable for the international standardization. Because of this, yes, you have got some instruments, but in the future you have to change it. You have to start now. We cannot lose a time. Because you have got a very huge power about grain and milling sector. I think in the future, India will be the first in the world for exportation, for production, for everything. And you have got very nice soil, you have got very big capacity. What is the ICC? ICC collect all the methods. How can you make analyze? Also, the ICC said that this instrument is acceptable, European approval. The Bastak is the most biggest company for set instrument IC booklet. Also, the Bastak not only instrument producer, Bastak is method writer. The last 2 years, we wrote 4 analyzing method. The newest methodology in the world belongs to the Bastak, Turkey. The Bastak in Turkey. The Turkey, only one country set instrument to the ICT booklet. Asia, Far East Asia, Middle East, you can say like that. Because we are together. Because of this, we succeed very big things. The ICC is important for exportation, for if you can go to the court, you need a European approved instrument because you have to take the standard result. If you cannot standard result, how can you produce your product? How can you trust your results? Because of this, we have to be sure. There is no any 1% risk. Please follow the European standard, European approval. There are 4 companies that have got a European approval acceptance. It is so important. Please choose this kind of product to your laboratory because you will be the best in the world. Because of this, please follow. And I want to say some certification. We are the research center in Turkey, Turkish Republic, the Ministry of Industry. We are the research center. Every year we have to finalize at least 10 research. It's so important. We export 162 different countries in all our instruments. We have got more than 20,000 instruments all over the world is working. Yes, some webinar symposium. Yeah, this is the Bastak, also the classifier company. What are we doing? In Turkey, the private sector make all the analysis. The government don't make any analysis. When the farmer bring their product, when the trader bring their product, the Bastak company said A class, B class, C class. Bastak is the only one private sector company. The others, 17 people, is half government, half private. But we classifying more than 3 million tons grain per year with 175 engineers. We usually make more than 350,000 tests per year. It is so important, more than 3 million tons grain. That means maybe 35 and 40% about the licensed storage system of the Turkey. Is very big amount for us. And the Bastak have got 98 branch offices in different city and different town in Turkey. Also, it is important things. We control maybe 80 or 90% of the Turkey. We know how is the Turkish quality, A class, B class, or C class. It is so important. Yes, we have got some companies. We can across here. We have to stop here. We can say 3 kinds of analyzing we can do in our factories. If we can talk about the mill factories, with flour factories, with analyzing, floor analyzing, and then dough analyzing. Because of this, 3 section is so important. At the beginning, you can buy only wheat instruments, and then wheat and floor instrument together, and then the last point, dough analyzing, you must have for giving true decision. Yes, track sampler, you know that this absorption is very important for your quality because you produce very nice durum wheat. Very nice red wheat. I saw that. Because of this, we have to analyze. What kind of analyze? Absorption, we can see water absorption, degrowth, softening, stability, and development time. 4 kinds of tests in one instrument, you can do it. Residuograph, you can make 3 different kinds of analyze. Extensibility, retention to extension, and energy. Every product graphic is different. When you make a prata, the retention to extension have to be 800, 700, and extensibility 120, 130. When you make a chapati, your extensibility have to be 100, 110. Retention to extension 400, 500, something like that. Puri, tandoori, different product need different kind of graphic. And also you have to follow the first 45 minutes, second 45 minutes, third 45 minutes. What is your dough position? It can be stronger and stronger or weak and most weak. We can see in the graphic what about our dough position, what about our quality. And then we can say this is for paratha, this is for puri, this is for chapati, this is for tandoori, something like that. We have to make classification. Because of this classification, we must do rheologic analyzing, the last point. In India, maybe 99 people don't care about that, but the most important thing, rheologic analyzing. In the future, we will see more. Yes, some Indian products, some Indian breads, you know that we like Indian products, chapati, naan. What is the specification? You can see here. I like naan with garlic. I want to say also the paratha with potato and cheese. Yes, this is puri. There is some standardization, paratha. This is instruments for quality control. Damage starch is so important for milling sector. How can you arrange your lyso rollers distance? You need a damage starch. You cannot see with your eyes. You can see what is the standard, the world standard, ICC standard, and then you have to follow. You can arrange your CNA group rolls in your factory using damage starch. This is the analyzer, the rapid protein analyzer. We have got a lot of laboratory meal for preparing samples and making analyze. Gluten quiet system is also so important for you. Yes, the following number single and double we have. The following number tube shaker, cooling tower, sample cleaner, laboratory sifter, all of them is laboratory instruments. Maybe more than 50 different kind of laboratory instruments in the system. You can buy 10, 5, I don't know. It is up to your budget. It is up to your quality of your factories. This is the bread volume meter, the pallet tester, and the fume hood and biosafety cabin. Moisture meter is important for the raw material, rice, paddy, and wheat. You can make analyze in the same machine. And hectoliter and nanometer, we have got the confirmatory certification. That means result is true. Nobody make any comments. Also so important. We also produce additives. What kind of additives? Bread additives, flour additives, pasta additives, flour fortification. What is the flour fortification? All the people need some folic acid and iron. Because of this in India also you need it. The government supports you about the flour fortification. We must add folic acid, iron, B vitamin, D vitamin, C vitamin, something like that. We can support also for fortification. We design all the laboratories. This is sometimes I go to university. I give lecture to the students. Sometimes students come to my company. This is Bastak Academy. We are giving training to the students, also certification. Sometimes we make a race, pizza race, cookie race, something like that. Also technical trip. All the university students come to my factory, see the new technology, new the methodology. What is the word? New methodology, ICC methodology. They can see in my factory. Is important. Also the last time I was in Bangalore. I support the women in the agri business, agri sector. Thank you very much for your patience. See you soon.
So thank you, Mr. Zeki. So that is the real start, like what he has given us. So like the prototypes, how we can build before getting into the real products. So that is one of the fantastic things, how we can measure with the instrumentation part of it. That is a great insight, like what it is coming out from Mr. Zeki. So I call upon next Mr. Dhruv Khandelwal to just deliver his talk.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dhruv Khandelwal. I'm myself a qualified milling technologist from the Swiss School of Milling, and it's an honor today to speak at the WPPS Conclave here in Indore. So today I'll be talking about the technical influence of rolls in flour milling, a subject that lies at the very core of milling performance and flour quality. So first, let me begin with a quick introduction. I think most people over here in this industry are they know my father, Mr. Raju Khandelwal, who has been in this industry for almost 40 years now. He's one of the leading technical consultant in India. And we as a group specialize in turnkey solutions for grain processing plants, and we are proud partners of companies like Celis from Turkey, Balaguer Rolls from Spain, Sefar from Switzerland, and our focus has always been on quality, innovation, and helping our clients succeed. So rolls are something, they are truly the heart of a milling process. Their condition, configuration, and precision directly influence the flour quality, the extraction yield, and the overall efficiency of a mill. A good set of rolls dramatically improve your output, while a poorly maintained or mismatched pair can lead to major losses. Fluting plays a key role in the brake system. The tool angle, the depth, the number of flutes determine how efficiently we can open up the wheat kernel and separate the endosperm from the bran. It also affects grinding performance and particle size. That's why fluting must be carefully selected based on the wheat variety and the desired flour specification required. So as you can see, these are some of the standard tools angle which are used in the flour milling industry. So while designing a plant, we need to carefully select these angles according to the passages, extraction, and what the end product requirement is. Just like the tool angles, spiral flutes are another very, very important consideration. These angled spiral flutes allow the rolls to engage in a crosswise pattern, creating a scissor-like effect. This ensures efficient cutting and prevents the flutes from interlocking. So as you can see, like in both of the images, one is a 4% spiral and one is a 14% spiral, which shows that, higher the spiral means more cutting points. So this directly is always influencing your end product and all the other products like as per extraction. Flutes positions just like spiral and other things such as sharp to sharp, sharp to dull, dull to dull, dull to sharp. These are the angles of like how we are running the rolls. They affect like aggressively how the kernel is broken and how cleanly the bran is separated. These configurations are chosen based on the passage function and wheat behavior in the mill. Just like spiral, as I said, this is directly affecting your end product quality. Yeah. So smooth rolls are essential in the reduction system. I think everyone is quite familiar with that, where semolina is ground into fine flour. These rolls help reduce the starch damage and ensure a uniform particle size. They're also important for maintaining low ash content and achieving a clean, high quality flour. The surface of these finished smooth rolls impacts the quality and the extraction percentage quite a lot. Whether polished, matte or fine fluted directly affects flour ash content and grinding behavior. So as you can see, I've clearly shown in this, a smooth, shiny rolls will always typically lead to a cleaner flour, but the percentage of the flour will affect as per that. And when you select the matte finished rolls, it gives you a higher production output, but of course it lowers the ash content. Now let's talk about the rolls diameter. Modern mills typically use a 250 mm rolls, but upgrading to 300 mm rolls also have their own advantages and disadvantages considering the passages we put them on. 300 mm rolls usually provide around 10% more grinding zone. This leads to the higher flour yield and finer flour with less starch damage. However, they work on the passage with clean stocks and limited loadings. Otherwise, they can increase the ash and specs. So, as we are working with a company called Celis, they are the partners, in our roller mill, we have a specific feature where we can use the 250 mm roll and 300 mm roll in the same roller mill. So we can always change the rolls as per the required output required. So as we have seen, the impact of the rolls is quite significant, but only when supported by a technical knowledge. Choosing the right rolls, setting the right parameters, and deciding when to reflute or replace them are decisions that demand expertise. It's this know-how that turns average output into an exceptional performance. So to conclude, I would like to say that technical expertise is true difference between average output and the exceptional milling performance. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Dhruv. So for the insights that actually the geometry, as well as the surface, as well as the outputs of the grind, like how the flour will behave with you, whether it is a highly extended rolls or it is the geometry, how it plays with the smaller one and the diameter if it is bigger one. So how that geometry will relate to the chemistry, whether it is highly starch, it will be higher in the starch, so that actually it is more damaged. If it is less, it is less damaged. So that is the finesseness, like where Dhruv has really incited us. So this is one of the fantastic key insight, like what I take on onto that to the panel. So next, I would invite Mr. Sunil Gupta, CMD, Bansal Engineers, to address us. Bansal ji, please.
Is this fine or do I need to shift it? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Compliments to WPPS for organizing such a wonderful event. And this is the second event, and I see a very large attendance. Compliments for organizing such a wonderful event. At the same time, thanks for giving me the opportunity to share the brief update about the activities that Bansal is doing. Due to time limitations, I'll straight away jump onto the subject that I want to talk about. The first subject that we have on the agenda is to talk about the grain silos. We have more than 20 years experience where we were previously importing from Chief USA and later on from CSI Turkey. However, with the increase in cost due to dollar value and freight cost and import duties, we have now set up the state-of-the-art manufacturing facility at NCR, Delhi. This is the first line of its kind which is fully automated and is PLC controlled. It's at par with the global manufacturers in Turkey and USA. There is no human interference and it is totally PLC controlled. Can you play the video? Mukesh, video. Anyway, I think there's a malfunction in the PPT. Just to explain you that what we basically do is to load the coil, as you can see over here. And from the coil loading, we do the slitting, where the slitting does the size uniformity, and then it moves on to corrugation. From corrugation, the most important feature of any silo manufacturing is the punching of the holes. The process is continuous. After corrugation, the sheet rolls over to the punching station, and it is automatically punched as per the silo design. From there, it moves to the curving, and from curving, it is automatically cut into sheets. So this completes one very important aspect, because if the corrugation and the punching and the curving is in uniformity and as per the design made on the screen, we are sure that the silo to be put up will be free of any leakage and will be 0-0 and comparable to the best in the world. To make these silos, we have acquired a patent design from USA, which is also being used by most of the manufacturers in the world. In this design, we are supposed to put the diameter of the silo, the capacity, the wind speed, the seismic zone, and the related factors that we want to incorporate. The seismic zone is very important, and then it automatically calculates the design of the silo, gives us where we need to place the sheet thicknesses, what is at the bottom, and as we go higher, and how the roof is designed. So this is all done by one software. We are the first one in India to offer you the roof panels in 6 meters As presently, we are getting all silos in 3 meters. 3 meters means more joints. 6 meters means lesser joints, lesser nuts and bolts. And again, you are minimizing the leakage probabilities. Like roof panels, we have these rafters. We have the technology and the machinery to do single rafter up to 12 meters. At present, the Indian market is offering 4 meters, but globally, you get up to 12 meters. That is what we are offering. So this is the reason that we say that the line that we have set up is an ideal substitute to the imports. It's at par with the global manufacturers. And the last is the quality of the steel that we use. Steel is basically done by AMNS, ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel, or JSW. Why we prefer to use JSW, they have patented to add 4.5% manganese in the galvanized steel. When the percentage of the manganese is high, the life of the shell, the life of the sheets is longer. The SST tests have shown distinct differences between 450 galvanizing, 450 GSM, what we commonly call, and in comparison, the others are doing 3%. JSW claims that they're the only ones who are doing 4%, 5% of manganese in their galvanizing sheets. Moving from the silos, we have a strong tie-up with our global partners. As we started to expand, the most important aspect was to have proven and reliable technology to meet the challenges of the new millennium. So we have tied up with the world leaders. IMAS, Turkey needs no introduction, essentially for the wheat cleaning and milling. Vitral, Turkey for maize milling. Yener for rolls and fluting machines. Sati, Italy for the fabrics. ProSport, Turkey for technology, design, consultancy. Bur, Italy for automatic water dozer, flow balancer, extraction scale, and packing machines. And Zakaria in Brazil for maize degermination and rice mills. This is an overview of IMAS Turkey production facility, where you are able to have a quick look over what they do. They are doing a lot of research and development and have been awarded as the highest investor into technology in the milling sector in Turkey for the last several years. So you can see in their production lines, it's quite huge. They are setting up a mill with capacity of 5,600 tons in Nigeria for Bua Group. 2,400 tons is in production. 3,200 tons is under installation. So at present, that's the biggest mill under installation in that part of the world. As I mentioned about the research and development, IMAS has invested a lot, and one of the products of their R&D is here to see is their new plant sifters. These plant sifters are with cast iron base and with extruded aluminum. There is no welding in their plant sifters. There's something sorry going wrong with the PPT. We'll come on to the roller mills. We offer you 4 models from IMAS Turkey. The standard is the steel plate MMR, cast iron MML, the newly invented polymer MPPY. Polymer is much more rigid and stronger and more useful in the grinding passages. And the latest is the game changer, is the torque motor, MMTQ, in which the induction motors are going to be replaced, and the drive of feed rolls and the main rolls is to be done by induction motors. And the claim is much higher, but I would say a modest figure is about saving of 20% electricity on the consumption of the roller mill electricity. Yener is another partner from Turkey. They do about 22,000 milling rolls, diameter from 250 to 800 mm. And their rolls are, we already have about 15,000 pieces rolls working in India. They're also very popular for their innovative grooving machine, though a little expensive, but very effective, PLC controlled, sandblasting. So the ProSport for the roll care. In a way, all related to rolls is managed by Yener, and we've been with them for the last 15 years consistently. As I mentioned, Burr, from Italy, are specializing into automatic water dosers. They are different from what we've been using in India from Switzerland or the other parts of the world. And they're also doing flow scales. They're also doing the extraction scales that we are using at silos to measure the material flow. And of course, the packing machines in 1 to 5 kg, 5 to 10 kg, 25 to 50 kg, and the brand packing. Apart from what we have with our foreign tie-ups, we have gradually built a strong base in Delhi, in which is basically to support the critical equipments that we import. This setup is now, of course, a modest beginning with a 200 square feet small shop with 2 people. My friend Sanjay Puri is here. He knows better than anyone else, Ajay Goyal, and all of us. We've been through that journey. While we expanded, we laid a lot of focus on giving an overall solution under one roof, like the civil design for the layout, structural design, the milling diagrams, the electrical PLC automation. These are not for the sake of mentioning here. They're all available under one roof. As we moved into the other industries, particularly the ethanol and biofuel, so these became necessary to establish in the office. The requirements were larger. We had very fine audits. So for the civil, we have the people from IITs who are doing all the structural design, electricals, PLC, automation, all P&IDs, everything is done in-house. So in a way, we have the complete solution under one roof. This is a just brief overlook what we import. We have a parallel line which we also assemble in India. Though very different, but very good value for money. You can call it a very nice Maruti or a very nice Innova, and backed up by very strong production facility. A lot of our friends have visited us. They have appreciated our investments into what we are doing, in particularly sheet metal, machine workshop. Now we have moved on to the robotics. Gradually, we've installed a number of robotics to improve the human efficiency. And you can see these VMCs, VTLs, and turning centers from Haas and from DMG and Morisiki. They're all good machines which are being used in the auto sector. This investment is in the right direction. Our focus is to invest a lot into after-sales service, into spares, and to build hygienic mills which are very, very hygienic. A testimony to this is Shiriji Agro in Guwahati, which is a 350 tons plant done by us, which consistently is being rewarded as the best Britannia plant, I think in the last 3 years, as one of the best plants in India. So when we sat for the design, the input was, of course, to have an efficient mill with lesser power consumption and all the other requirements of a miller. But the main emphasis was to meet the challenges of the new millennium in terms of the hygiene. So thank you very much. This is very brief, and all I would say is please do come to us, visit us. Your visit will be appreciated, and you will be happy to see what we've invested. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sunil Kumar Gupta ji, for taking us complete journey for detailed configuration and specs for setting up the green fields and also your requirements. So thanks for that detailed explanation. So next, I would call upon Mr. Gurpreet Singh, so Techno-Commercial Head from Gunmax to address us. Okay. Okay. Just we can introduce.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gurpreet Singh, and I am representing OBL silos in India. And I do have experience of more than 15 years in grain storage industry. So I have got a vast experience in good storage practices, how to store wheat in good practicing methods. So first of all, I would like to thank WPPS to give this platform today to speak about the good storages practices which we have to follow. तो सबसे पहले आज हम लोग सुबह से जैसे हम बात कर रहे हैं, जो फ्लावर मिलिंग इंडस्ट्री में प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं या उसके जो सल्यूशंस हैं, तो आप लोग वैसे सब लोग दिग्गज बैठे हैं फ्लोर मिलिंग इंडस्ट्री के, बट आज जो मैं करंटली जो मौजूदा 5 प्रॉब्लम्स चल रही हैं इंडस्ट्री में और जो आने वाली फ्यूचर में कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स 1-2, वो 5 प्रॉब्लम्स को पहले मैं सम अप करना चाहता हूँ। हम लोग फ्लावर मिलिंग इंडस्ट्री बहुत ही तेज़ी से ग्रो कर रही है। जैसे कि आज सुबह से कुछ बातें हुई, आज से 20 साल पहले जो हमारी प्रोडक्शन थी वीट की, उसमें और आज में 20 साल में एक बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस आया है, बहुत बड़ी ग्रोथ हुई है। ऐसे ही फ्लावर मिलिंग इंडस्ट्री में भी बहुत बड़ी ग्रोथ हुई है। जैसे पहले फ्लावर मिल्स बहुत छोटी छोटी थी, आज की डेट में बहुत हाई कैपेसिटीज़ प्लांट हो गए हैं। तो एक्सपेंशन करते कि सबसे पहला चैलेंज जो आ रहा है आज की डेट में वो है लैंड की अवेलेबिलिटी और लैंड का प्राइस बहुत महंगा हो गया है। और जो लोगों ने आज से 30 से 40 साल पहले फ्लोर मिल लगाई थी, अब वो उसी लैंड में एक्सपैंड करते आज की डेट में सिचुएशन ये आ गई है कि एक लैंड में बॉटलनेक आ गया। सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ये है। सेकंड जो सबसे बड़ा इशू फ्लावर मिलिंग इंडस्ट्री आज की डेट में फेस कर रही है वो है लेबर। दिन ब दिन लेबर की शॉर्टेज होती जा रही है। सेकंड है लेबर की कॉस्ट भी बढ़ रही है। और थर्ड है कि डिपेंडेंसी ऑन लेबर इज़ बिकमिंग वेरी हाई। आज की डेट में इतने बड़े बड़े हाई कैपेसिटीज़ के प्लांट हैं जिसमें फिक्स्ड खर्चे हैं रोज के, तो 1 दिन 2 दिन भी प्लांट बंद हो जाए बट खर्चे वहीं के वहीं स्टैंड है। तो लेबर डिपेंडेंसी से भी उभरना पड़ेगा आने वाले टाइम में, फ्यूचर में देखते हुए, क्योंकि कैपेसिटीज आगे और बढ़ रही हैं। इसके बाद जो थर्ड प्रॉब्लम है, थोड़ा सा कल्चरल चेंज हो रहा है फ्लावर मिलिंग इंडस्ट्री में, वो है कि पहले जितना भी वीट था वो बैग्स में हैंडल होता था। अब धीरे धीरे एक कल्चर स्टार्ट हो गया है कि वीट जो है उसको बैगलेस किया जाए। इसमें फूड कॉरपोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया FCI ने भी बहुत बड़ा एक सिस्टम स्टार्ट किया है जिसमें उन्होंने अपना जितना भी स्टोरेज है उसको साइलोस में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए इनिशिएटिव लिया है, जिसमें उन्होंने 2 टाइप के प्रोजेक्ट्स लगाए हैं, एक प्रोड्यूसिंग स्टेज और एक कंज्यूमिंग स्टेज। इन लोगों का जो ब्रॉड प्रोस्पेक्टिव है वो ये है कि टोटली फ्रॉम फार्मर टू सप्लायर पूरा का पूरा वीट जो है वो बैगलेस हैंडल हो, कहीं पे बैग या बारदाने का ज़रूरत ना पड़े। उससे 2 एडवांटेजेस हैं, एक तो बारदाना की कीमत बहुत महंगी है और वेस्टेज बहुत ज़्यादा है। चौथा जो चैलेंज है कंट्रोल, स्टोरेज के दौरान कंट्रोल। आज मेरी काफ़ी लोगों से बात हुई, आज की डेट में बहुत सारे मिलर्स का ये कहना है कि आज की डेट में बिजनेस जो है मिलिंग से ज़्यादा फोकस्ड हो गया है स्टॉक के ऊपर। स्टॉक एक ज़्यादा बड़ी गेम हो गई है इंस्टेड ऑफ मिलिंग। 5वीं जो है कि ऑपरेशंस, जैसे मैंने बताया, फास्टर हो गए हैं काफ़ी एज कम्पेयर टू 20 या 30 साल पहले छोटी मिल्स थी, छोटी हैंडलिंग थी। आज की डेट में कैपेसिटीज़ बढ़ रही हैं। सीजन टाइम वही है 20 से 25 दिन। 25 दिन के अंदर अंदर अपने को स्टॉक करना है पूरा साल मिल चलाने का या 6 महीने मिल चलाने का। तो ये 5 प्रॉब्लम्स का आज की डेट में एक ही जो कॉन्क्रीट सोल्यूशन है वो है साइलोस। अभी काफ़ी सारे मिलर्स, ऑलमोस्ट 10 से 15% मिलर जो यहाँ पे बैठे हैं ऑलरेडी साइलोस में आ चुके हैं और काफ़ी सारे पीछे प्लानिंग कर रहे हैं साइलोस में आने की। तो साइलोस जो है वो आने वाले में एक बहुत अच्छा सोल्यूशन है स्टोरेज को लेके। साइलोस एक तो लैंड की, जैसे मैं बात करूं, जो लैंड का प्रॉब्लम है, 1/3 स्पेस लेता है एज कम्पेयर टू गोडाउन। लेबर की मैं बात करूं तो लेबर डिपेंडेंसी सिर्फ सीजन के टाइम है साइलो के ऊपर। एक बार आपने साइलो में स्टॉक कर दिया तो मिल में ऑटोमेटिकली कंट्रोल होता जाएगा, आपके ऊपर लेबर डिपेंडेंसी नहीं है। लेबर 2-3 दिन नहीं तो आई है तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपकी मिल जो है वो बंद हो जाएगी। थर्ड जो चीज़ मैंने बताई, बैगलेस हो रहा है, तो साइलोस में बहुत फास्ट मूविंग कर सकते हैं। आज की डेट में अगर बैग वाली जो हमारे पास ट्रक आता था 20 टन या 25 टन का, उसको ऑन एन एवरेज टाइम लगता था हमारी मिल में अनलोड होने के लिए 1 घंटा। बट अगर बैगलेस ट्रॉली सिस्टम में जाएं तो 3 मिनट में एक 7 से 10 टन की ट्रॉली खाली हो जाती है। वही हम 4 से 5 कटिंग पॉइंट बना लें तो 50 टन हमारा 3 मिनट में ख़त्म होने की प्लानिंग हो सकती है साइलो के अंदर। तो वो एक बहुत अच्छा जो है एडवांटेज मिलता है साइलोस के साथ। हमारा फास्टली इनटेक हो जाता है, ट्रक्स का बाहर जाम नहीं लगता, जितना ज़्यादा जाम लगता है और जितना हम टाइम कंज्यूम करते हैं अनलोडिंग में, उसमें एक चोरी चकारी वाला भी एक जो है चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं। तो जितना अच्छा है कि जब ऑनर मिल में है या मेन मैनेजर स्टाफ मिल में है, उसी टाइम में अनलोडिंग हो जाए तो अच्छा रहता है। रात में अगर अनलोडिंग होती है तो फिर चोरी के भी चांसेस रहते हैं। तो ये सारी चीज़ों को मैनेज करने के लिए साइलोस ही एक आज की डेट में एकमात्र सोल्यूशन है जिससे आप ये सारे चैलेंजेस को ओवरकम कर सकते हो। अभी बात करते हैं साइलोस की। साइलोस एक नई टेक्नोलॉजी है इंडिया में। काफ़ी लोगों ने पिछले 3 या 4 साल, सिर्फ 4 साल में साइलोस लगाए हैं। बट साइलोस में आने वाला जो चैलेंज है वो है कि इसकी लाइफ डिपेंड करती है कौन सा हम स्टील यूज़ कर रहे हैं साइलो में, स्टील क्वालिटी पे। सप्लायर बहुत सारे हैं साइलोस में, बट मेनली है कि स्टील कौन सा यूज़ कर रहा है। ऑल सप्लायर्स आई विल टेक देम एज अ फैब्रिकेटर। अब साइलो एमएस में भी बन सकता है, साइलो गैल्वनाइज स्टील में भी बन सकता है, मैग्नेलिस में भी बन सकता है, स्टेनलेस स्टील में भी बन सकता है। तो ये सारे डिफरेंसेस हैं। उसके बाद साइलो में एक बहुत बड़ा जो चैलेंज आज की डेट में मैं इंडस्ट्री में पिछले 10 से 15 साल में देख रहा हूँ वो है स्वीप ऑगर। स्वीप ऑगर सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है साइलोस में, क्योंकि हम लोग साइलोस में शिफ्ट हो रहे हैं टू अवॉइड लेबर से बचने के लिए। अगर स्वीप ऑगर नहीं चलता है, फॉर एग्जांपल 5000 टन का साइलो है, स्वीप ऑगर नहीं चलता है तो हमें 700 टन माल जो है साइलो से मैनुअली निकालना पड़ेगा। वो फिर लेबर के ऊपर डिपेंडेंसी आ जाती है। तो ये सारे सोल्यूशंस को देखते हुए हमारी जो कंपनी है OBL, इट इज़ अ MNC ग्रुप फ्रॉम टर्की, 45 इयर्स पुरानी कंपनी है, फैमिली बेस्ड बिजनेस है। ये कंपनी 3 भाइयों ने मिलकर स्टार्ट करी थी, आज भी तीनों साथ में हैं 45 साल से। अभी उनके बच्चे आगे बिजनेस में ज्वाइन कर चुके हैं। एक तरीके से फैमिली ओन बिजनेस है। फैमिली ओन बिजनेस होने की वजह से एक और एडवांटेज है कि अगर कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम आती है तो डायरेक्टली कस्टमर इज टच विद द ऑनर। बीच में कोई एम्प्लॉय नहीं है या कुछ नहीं है, तो जो डिसीजन मेकिंग है या जो सोल्यूशन है बहुत फास्टर मिलता है। तो अभी मैं ज़्यादा टाइम ना लेते हुए अपना जो कंपनी का एल्टनटास ग्रुप है, कंपनी का जो मेन ग्रुप नेम है, उनका पूरा बिजनेस वर्टिकल का एक वीडियो दिखाना चाहता हूँ। हमारे 5 अलग अलग बिजनेस हैं, जिनमें से एक साइलोस है, सेकंड है इंडस्ट्रियल फैन जो कि अल्फान ब्रांड नेम के साथ नाम से चलता है, थर्ड है मोटर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैक्ट्री है, वर्ल्ड क्लास मोटर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैक्ट्री है टर्की में। इवन सीमेंस जैसे जो ब्रांड हैं हमारे यहाँ जॉब वर्क पे मोटर मैन्युफैक्चर करवाते हैं। इसके अलावा होटल बिजनेस में है, 5 स्टार होटल है टर्की में। इसके अलावा खुद का ट्रांसपोर्टेशन बिजनेस है। तो वीडियो आप प्लीज़ प्ले कर दो।
For us, success is never the destination, but is the first step of a new beginning. We set off on this road towards the future with the right decisions and with the enthusiasm of large investments. The goal is to succeed and always proceed. An industry giant that manufactures machinery and equipment on its 100,000 square meters closed and 1,350,000 square meters open space with advanced technology. Altuntaş Group. While Mafal Logistics, which represents Altuntaş Group's 4th pillar in the transportation and shipping sector, supplied for international platforms to more than 80 countries in 5 continents, with our know-how and experience of 35 years. Altuntaş Group, which continues its development each day and proudly represents our country on its journey of success, proceeds with its investments and activities with the same enthusiasm and commitment as in its first day, to become one of the indispensable cogwheels of the Turkish economy.
So this was the video showing 5 different business verticals of Altuntaş Group, that is OBL Silos, Mafal transportation business, Alfan which is into industrial fans, Grand Altuntaş which is into hotel industry, Amot Motors which is into manufacturing of motors. So basically it is a MNC company from Turkey Apart from it, if I talk about silos, how we are different in silos, we are the first manufacturer in the world who started making silos in manganese steel. Manganese steel भी जो है वो it is a patent product from ArcelorMittal. तो हमारा total procurement जो है वो ArcelorMittal Belgium factory से है. Manganese ArcelorMittal का ही patent product है and we are the largest buyer today in world of manganese steel from ArcelorMittal. Second जो हमारा advantage है, company has put up its own office in India. तो हमारे पास पूरा सर्विस सपोर्ट सिस्टम बैकअप है प्लस स्पेयर्स का अवेलेबिलिटी स्टॉक है इंडिया में. इसके अलावा पिछले 3 साल में हमने ऑलमोस्ट 15 लाख टन स्टोरेज साइलोस इंडिया में लगाए हैं विच इज़ अ वेरी ह्यूज नंबर वी अचीव्ड इन इंडिया. ऑलमोस्ट फ्लावर मिलर्स की बात करें, राइस मिल सेगमेंट की बात करें या स्टार्च मिलिंग में ऑलमोस्ट हर एक ग्रेन के ऊपर हमने साइलोस लगाए हैं. और हमारे पास साइलोस चलाने का भी एक बहुत वास्ट एक्सपीरियंस है बिकॉज टर्की में हमने काफ़ी सारे साइलो स्टोरेज फैसिलिटीज बना के टर्किश गवर्नमेंट को दी हैं. तो उससे हमें ऑपरेशंस का काफ़ी अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है. तो टाइम की थोड़ी शॉर्टेज है. तो थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Mr. Gurpreet, for just introducing us for your range of products and also into the technicalities. Also, you have just introduced that actually for lean operations, actually you are the problem and a solution provider part of it. So, with many more thanks, and you can be reached out with people can reach out to Mr. Gurpreet for the detailed discussions one-on-one post this session. So, for the shortage of time, just we are moving ahead. So, I would invite now Dr. Lutus Popper, from Scientific Director from Stern. So he will be joining us online. Dr. Lutus, like we will be doing your honors for 10 minutes. So I think like you should be able to do the honor by 10 minutes. So that is the timeline like we will be putting on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much also to the organizers to giving me the opportunity to contribute to this conference. Well, this afternoon we have heard about wheat storage, wheat processing equipment, and wheat quality control. Now, however, I want to take 2 steps back in the supply chain, or maybe 3, and talk about the impact of climate change on wheat supply and quality. It seems to me that people in general, and perhaps food processors in particular, are like frogs placed in cold water that is slowly heated to boiling point. They don't see the danger coming and they don't jump out. Perhaps my presentation will encourage people to prepare for the coming changes, perhaps only morally, but at best also technologically. Now let me try to share my screen, the presentation. Well, obviously, there is climate change. There's no doubt about it. And it will significantly affect the global grain production and wheat in particular. And this will include changes in the yield and in the quality and in many other details. There are a lot of examples of extreme weather events. So increasing droughts, floods, heat waves, and so on. Maybe some examples here, the drought in Russia in 2010, and also the heat wave in India in 2022, which caused major wheat losses and also resulted in export bans. And these events, they also triggered global price strikes. In Europe, we have an example from the record-breaking summer in 2022, which resulted in an increased food prices